This is CTC News with Wesley Qatar, broadcasting from Sint-Eustatius, Dutch Caribbean. Sponsored by UTLNV, Windward Island Bank, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
It's Wednesday, March 6, 2013 on the Golden Rock. Good evening, I am Wesley Qatar and this is CTC News broadcasting live from CTC Studios at Statius Mall. In local news this evening, Statius Home to Science Institute, Expertise Center hosts Educational Symposium, Census Office registered 4,000 residents in Statia. More in local news as we return from a word from our sponsors.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity there are two options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Windward Island Bank, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
Sint-Eustatius is to become home to the Caribbean Netherlands Science Institute, CNSI, and will serve as the basis for investigations and monitoring in the region. The institute is also to play an educative role in the local community. To establish a knowledge center, the Ministry of Education, Culture and Science made 2.5 million euros available to Dutch Organization for Scientific Research NWO in 2012. Besides, the ministry also allocated 10 million euros to NWO for the development of a research program for the Caribbean Netherlands. The initiative is to offer more opportunities to Dutch scientists in several areas such as marine tropical ecology and biodiversity, volcanology, tsunami research, and Caribbean archaeology. NWO's Royal Dutch Institute for Marine Research, NIOZ, will be responsible for the establishment of the new Knowledge Center, CNSI. Later this year, researchers will be able to submit proposals for the Caribbean Netherlands research program, which will include social science and humanities. CNSI will be housed at the former police station, which will offer facilities for research and space for exhibitions and education. Reasons to establish the institutions in Statia are the island's location and the fact that its varied landscape and rich history can serve multiple disciplines. The island government will also contribute to CBS's establishment. With the center the ministry wants to promote scientific investigations in the Caribbean Netherlands and reinforce the collaboration between the several parts of the kingdom. Local institutions will be involved in research programs and are also to contribute to the establishment of a scientific network in the Caribbean Netherlands to provide high quality and socially relevant scientific research, NWO stated. Sint-Eustatius Expertise Center will be hosting its first educational symposium on March 19 and 20th with the theme Roadmap to Quality Education. The symposium will be used as a tool to inform the community on stakeholders in quality in education. It is important that we all recognize the role each of us can play to ensure that the quality of our education is strong and on a high level, organizers stated. The symposium will be opened March 19th by motivational speaker, educator, and author Principal Baruti Kafel. Principal Kafel is a parent and has been a school principal for many years. He will be their keynote speaker during the opening of the Educational Symposium. This is Kafel's second visit to Statia. He is a renowned speaker who traveled to many countries. His message always focuses on parents and teachers and students. The various experts that work at the Expertise Center, such as neuropsychologists and the educational psychologists, are among the other speakers at the symposium. The Expertise Center opened its doors almost 2 years ago. Its main goal is to support all schools on the island in providing expert guidance and support where needed for students who have an educational backlog. All interested persons, including educational colleagues from neighboring islands, are invited to attend the symposium, organizers said. 8-year-old Shaidan Burkle was put in the limelight at the Civil Registry, or the Census Office, Monday afternoon. As it was officially established, he was the 4,000th resident to be registered in St. Eustatius. Burkle was born on St. Martin but moved to Statia to live with his father and grandmother. Today we have reached this milestone because of you, head of the Civil Registry, Ricardo Ching Aloy, said during a brief ceremony held at the Governor's Conference Room. Acting Island Governor Kenneth Lopes presented a smiling Shaidan with a gift on behalf of the island government and the Census Office as a token of appreciation. Lopes said little Shaidan has made history by becoming the 4,000th resident of the island. The population of Statia has grown quite rapidly in recent years. According to figures released by Central Bureau of Statistics, CBS, Statia counted 3,600 inhabitants on January 1st, 2012. In January 2010, there were 2,886 residents. The 4,000 mark does not constitute a record. In the heydays of the Golden Rock, by the end of the 18th century, the island had an estimate of 10,000 inhabitants. Coming up next in regional news, St. Kitts government now in minority. Caribbean Bank issues credit card alert. More on these regional topics and later international news right after this.
CTC-News, sponsored by UTLNV, Windward Island Bank, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we have reached our regional section and later international section for this evening. In an official letter delivered to Governor General Sir Edmund Lawrence on Tuesday, 6 members of the 11-member St. Kitts and Nevis Parliament wrote that they no longer support Dr. Denzel Douglas as Prime Minister of the country. The ruling Labour administration now has minority support of only 5 elected members. In the letter, the 6 parliamentarians also made it clear that they support the motion of no confidence that was filed against the government in early December 2012. It was also indicated to the Governor General that all 6 members intend to vote for said motion when it is brought to the floor of Parliament. The 6 MPs have therefore called on Douglas to allow the motion of no confidence to be brought to Parliament. They have also urged Douglas to resign or to advise the Governor General to dissolve Parliament and call general elections. The 6 parliamentarians signing the letter were Sean K. Richards, Eugene Hamilton, Mark Brantley, Vance Amory, Dr. Timothy Harris, and Sam Condor. According to the Caribbean Association of Banks and other financial institutions across the Caribbean have been impacted by a security breach at a financial institution in the region. This potential security breach can result in the compromise of a number of Visa and MasterCard branded debit and credit cards. Consequently, out of an abundance of caution, your bank or credit union may be contacting you to have your card replaced. Please note that these measures are precautionary because at this point, no fraud has been attributed to this case, the CAB said in a statement. Our member banks and other financial institutions throughout the region take client confidentiality and security very seriously and provide assurance that customer interest remains soundly protected, the association said. Tonight in international news, after 2 years battling cancer, Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez dies. After 2 years of battling cancer, Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez died on Tuesday at 4:25 p.m. Vice President Nicolas Maduro made the announcement on public television shortly after, speaking from the military hospital in Caracas, where Chavez was being treated following his return from Cuba. Military and police have been sent out into the streets to maintain the peace, but for the moment things were calm. The announcement of Chavez's death came on the heels of an earlier communique by Communication and Information Minister Ernesto Villegas, saying that his condition had deteriorated with a worsening respiratory function. Villegas said that in the 2 weeks since Chavez returned to Venezuela following surgery in Havana on December 11th, his respiratory functions worsened as a consequence of a new and severe infection. The president was also undergoing aggressive chemotherapy, among other related cancer treatments. And there you have it, folks. Those was our local, regional, and international stories for this evening. Coming up next, your 3-day weather forecast, details and local weather conditions for the islands of Statia, Saba, and St. Martin right after this.
CTC-News, sponsored by UTLNV, Windward Island Bank, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
And now for your 3-day weather forecast. We will begin on Statia and Saba. Tonight, March 6, late showers with temperatures of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Thursday, March 7th, AM showers with temperatures of 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east-southeast at 11 miles per hour. On Friday, March 8th, PM showers, temperatures of 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east-southeast at 12 miles per hour. We now move to St. Martin. Tonight, Wednesday, March 6, late showers with a temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east-southeast at 6 miles per hour. On Thursday, tomorrow, March 7th, AM showers with a temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds south-southeast at 7 miles per hour. Finally, on Friday, March 8th, scattered showers with a temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds south at 6 miles per hour. And that concludes our 3-day weather forecast for this evening. Thanks once again for tuning in. This has been another edition of CTC News. CTC News airs 3 times weekly on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday, and is broadcasted live via CTC TV, Channel 7, CTC Radio 101.9, or online, www.ctcreativity.com. Stay tuned tonight for Late Night with Lyrics with host Renee Coutard. And join us again on Friday as we bring you the latest updates. But until that time, do have a good one.